Recording in progress. So, welcome back to Observa-Scope. In our last video, we were exploring logs, metrics, and traces. Well, I show you more traces than metrics. But actually, we explored the core pillars about observability practice. And yes, I'm trying to continue this journey in IT reliability with you guys. And today I want to go in a subject that it's synthetic monitoring. Well, and just yes, because it's my second video and I didn't present myself in the first one. So my name is Angeles and I have more than 10 years experience in software engineering, and I like to go deep dive in when I have a passion, and observability has been a passion. Like it's 3 years that it's been a passion for me. Like discover tools, discover the best practice, methodologies. I don't know, exploring all these makes me want to make this channel actually. Take to the end of the video to know what it's synthetic monitoring, why we should use it, and how we can use it and implement it. But first, let's start with a little bit of analogy. So, imagine you own a coffee shop and you want to be sure that your doors open on time, that your espresso machine is working, or your customers receive their orders without delay. But what if you find out that there's a problem when the customers are complaining? That's not great, right? So that is what actually happens in websites or applications when they only rely on users report issues, when their user report issues. So synthetic monitoring is like a secret shopper testing your shop 24/7 before even the customers arrive. And what is synthetic monitoring? Synthetic monitoring is a way to simulate user actions in a website or an application. So instead of waiting users to report for issues, we can implement test users or bots to interact with our systems in regular intervals and check out if all is working as expected. Well, how to implement synthetic monitoring? This is real simple. So with the help of scripts, we can simulate user actions like logging, clicking in buttons, checking out in a cart. Like, you remember E2E test? So it's exactly the same, but in another layer over up of in where we tested, because E2E test is in the developer side, and we just developers, we can say, oh yes, it's cool, it works in my machine. Now the huge why. So detect issues before the users do. This is the top number one. Improve performance and reliability. Simulate real world conditions without real users. Less people, more bots. Well, but it's to say that these scripts run in different kind of devices or locations to test the performance and the ability of your application. So this can give us a lot of insights of our application, how our application performance in USA or in Latin America or in Europe. But now I wanted to also give you some common types of synthetic monitoring. So you have the transaction monitoring, performance monitoring, and availability checks. I can give you more insights here. Well, in short, not short, synthetic monitoring helps you to proactively fix issues. And now I'm gonna show you like in Dynatrace how we enable and disable synthetic monitoring. Well, here, after a coffee, because actually I record the explanation video and then I edit and then I do a screen recorder session. I do it this way for the moment. Actually, is the way that works, but I will be improving it day by day, video by video. This is well now. Let's go to the screen recording session. Recording in progress. So now, um, I have a Dynatrace interface here, thanks to a friend that I will leave the comments. He makes videos about Dynatrace. He's a Dynatrace expert. Um, so thanks for the yes. Uh, so to let me use his to discover Dynatrace. So actually, here it has setting up some synthetic monitoring. So I just want to show you the UI and what can you the data, the metrics can you take when you do synthetic monitoring. So here basically are some events and actions. As I told you before, comparing to E2E, testing. So for example, so when we go to a page, we load the page, we navigate, we go to click to a button. So here is actually, you can see it's simulating like um, buying a computer. But here, if you can see, um, so sorry, I lost myself a little bit. So here, as you can see, yes, there's a problem. Why? Because actually the page changed. This is a public page. As you can see, it's apple.com. So it changed some text that it's actually not found in maybe the text, the HTML text, and something like that. But you see, an element not found because this is maybe about because the page changed after the synthetic monitoring was set it up. But as I was telling you, I just wanted to show you the UI of Dynatrace, of how it can works and how you can set it up. Actually, also you can disable it or enable it to um not to consume your license, but that will be in my description will be a video that is it's really dedicated about enable and disable this kind of um, synthetic monitoring. So also you have the browser type or the HTTP type. Okay, so that it's gonna monitor just your endpoints. So uh, what I wanted to show you is where it's yes, where you can create a monitor. So if we go with the browser based, so here you give your URL, the name. Also, you can activate it in script mode, and you can enable some HTTP headers or block specific headers. So yes, it's a quality of how you have to set up your application. The manually click at advanced. This is um how we set up. So here, if you go to this coffee shop, you can add tags. For example, you can say in dev mode or in prod. So here basically, yes. And then with the tags, you can do some script to enable or disable um, a batch of system monitoring. So visual mode. So here we can have and say like, okay, we can test it on desktop in an Apple iPhone. Yes, the kind of device you want to test. But actually, we're gonna do all basic. So here, if you want to enable some options, so HTTP headers, set cookies, bypass content. I think I'm gonna have to do this. So here, click by at events. So we're gonna manually do at synthetic event, navigate, home, go to homepage, just create a page. So here you go next, and you can set up important the interval of in how many times you want this synthetic monitoring test your application with the minutes and all you're gonna set up here. The place, so you can share Ecuador. They don't have Ecuador. Well, you can share Spain. You have Spain. Oh, this doesn't working. Ah, okay. Let's see, country Ecuador. No, they don't have Ecuador. Spain. Okay, they have a Spain. Okay, you set up a location here. You can set up also why these locations there? Switzerland. Well, we can just have Spain. You can also set up the device so iPhone or Android, whatever device you want, or actually several. And you go and create user monitoring. But in this case, I don't want to create more user monitoring because I don't want to consume license here. So this is how we manage synthetic monitoring in Dynatrace. So if you want a video more insight and more techy about this, just hit me up with comments or just go and see if you are already a Dynatrace user and you want to activate and deactivate a bunch of um, monitorings in once with the script. Well, as you can see here, we have already the metrics about the page I set up before. So here we have the loading times, then errors. So yes, all the telemetry that we need to know of how our application is performing in in the places we set it up with all the conditions we just configure. And yes, as you can see, we have like some logs from where is the location. Yes, and actually the pin of the right is where the outage are send it. So yes, here from Madrid, and we see that loadings are successful. What else we can see? So yes, more detailed logs. And now I want to show you another interesting part that I discovered, and it's like the insights of the satisfaction of the consumers, of the users. So a user is like a user spirit experience score. So here what we have interested data, or how our application performed. So yes, a complete overview of some user sessions. And yes, here as we can see we have 23 user sessions. So it's really interesting, these tools to set up synthetic monitoring. So if you are interested in more videos and more like tutorial mode, so just please comment, subscribe, or like. Thank you.